Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure, aka Rock Kamakama, and this is my first series about being in jail. This video is about some of the worst things that I've experienced being in jail. The worst, the first thing I would like to speak about is there are no females. That's horrible. Being around dudes and knowing psychology and knowing human behavior and human nature, men get really. It's kind of. I think the betta fish does this, or some kind of tropical fish. When all the males die out, or the men, the male fish are dying, the female fish, they actually physically turn into male fish. And that is what happens when you get 60 dudes, separate them 30 and 30, put them in fucking rooms. Dudes start acting like fucking females because there's a hormonal imbalance in the water. They start acting like children, they start regressing, and they start acting like fucking women on their periods all the time. The next thing that is fucking horrible about being in jail is dealing with the fucking COs. Patting you down, putting you in cuffs everywhere the fuck you go, grabbing your nuts, moaning while they do it, and fucking molesting you. I was in jail once. The second time I was in jail, I was a virgin. I was a virgin, obviously, the first time I was in jail. But to have a fucking man molest me, grab my nuts, he grabbed my nuts and he liked it. That was not fucking required for that search. And I wasn't deeply traumatized, but I definitely had to meditate that shit out of my fucking life. The next thing about being in jail that is fucking horrible, one of the worst things about being in jail, is the fucking food. And you think you eat shitty food? Jail food, it smells good, but when you eat it, there's no taste. Everything tastes like mashed potato water when you wash the dishes and you had mashed potatoes last night. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like when you just fucking made spaghetti and you wash all the dishes from making the spaghetti and you take a big spoonful of that shit. That's what it tastes like. Because they give you fucking fake ass fucking meat. They give you fake ass fucking vegetables that look way too fucking green. They give you fucking 4 cookies. Because you, whatever. You know, nothing in jail fucking tastes good. They give you a fucking little, there's a little spot in your tray for butter. That's just fucking horrible. And I'm having flashbacks right now. Because I did a lot of acid when I was a teenager. Jail food is like, I've never spent the night in the hospital. It's like nothing I've ever tasted. They also, Google it. Google it. They put fluoride, the same shit that's in your toothpaste. They poison you. You have to eat to survive, not to enjoy. You can't eat too much of that shit. Because as soon as you fucking eat that shit, the first thing that you notice is your fucking dick cannot get hard. It is so hard to jack off in jail. I mean, because there's a whole bunch of dudes around. And it's fucking always cold, so diseases won't get spread. But fluoride makes you it lowers your sex drive, it numbs all 6 of your senses. It makes it harder to meditate, it makes it harder to pray. It numbs your fucking all your senses. That's fucking horrible. That's horrifying. There's fluoride in fucking in American tap water. There's fluoride in McDonald's. There's fluoride in all processed foods. In Europe, I think they have a 60% lower level of fluoride in their water than we do. Americans in America in our tap water. The next thing that's fucking horrible about jail, besides the fact that you don't have any freedoms, a lot of people, 70% of American inmates cannot read over a fourth grade level. And me being the intelligent guy that I am and enjoying intellectual conversations, it was really devastating to learn how many people did not use their mind and their brains for what it was for. A lot of American inmates can't hold conversations that are socially acceptable. Do you know how many fucking stories I heard about how people killed someone? Somebody told me a story about how he shot somebody in the fucking head and he had an afro. And when he shot that dude, that's the first time he ever shot somebody in the head. And his afro caught on fire. That is not a fucking normal conversation. You don't just tell people that. Like, not only did he told me that with a smile. The type of people that you meet in jail. Where was I? I was in jail for some other shit. For a felony. I didn't do anything fucking, it was retarded. I drunk, and I got a DUI with a suspended license, which is a felony in Illinois for some fucking reason. But they put me in medium. I went to Cook County. I lived in Schaumburg at the time. An International Village. Shout out to International Village. Indian bitches. That's actually Arabic. That's not what Indian people. They probably do it too. Some of them. But anyway, like I was interacting with the real assassins. It wasn't fucking fun. It wasn't people telling me stories about how they killed people and laughing about it. When you fucking look into a killer's eyes, when he laughs at about how he killed somebody, your life fucking changes. You feel something that is really undescribable. It's a chill. These psychopaths, these sociopaths, these people with mental illnesses, that's my next point. Another thing that's so horrible about being in jail, not only the fact that these people are intellectual, they're not intellectual. They don't think about anything but gangbanging, going to jail, sex, and money. That's all they fucking have to offer as far as conversation and value wise. The next thing that's fucking horrible about being in jail is that 8% of American inmates, probably a lot more than that, have a mental illness. Or a mental illness. I agree with that. I think 20% of American inmates have a personality disorder, which is, OCD, sociopathy, psychopathy, being a psychopath. It's people that are mentally ill, schizophrenics, that are walking around in jail. And that is fucking unacceptable. That's horrible. That's sad. That's devastating. It's people who break into houses, because they're homeless and they want to get arrested so they don't have to be on the street for the winter. That's something. Depressed people. And they dump these people in jail. And the last two things that are the most horrible things about being in jail. The first one is something that you really have to experience. The worst thing about being in the second most worst thing, bad thing, I'm sorry, about being in jail is it's going to be something that you don't expect. That's not the worst thing. I'm going to tell you. I want to leave you in suspense. I was going to teach you how to stay out of jail. I am. I have enough time. Hold up. Let's do this. Getting used to going to jail. That's just fucking horrible. And I'm not even going to explain that. I want you to fucking reflect on that shit. Meditate on that. Why is it bad to get used to go into jail? I'm going to leave you with that. The next thing, the worst thing about being in jail is, and this is something that we all can, if you've been in jail or institutionalized, you can relate. The worst thing about being in jail, something that nobody who has not been in jail has ever thought about, the worst thing about being in jail is going to sleep, having a goddamn dream that you're in jail, and you wake up in that motherfucker. That is the worst thing about being in jail. That made me feel like looking around my cell and figuring out how I'm gonna fucking kill myself. That is so horrible. That's fucking torture. Having a dream about being in goddamn jail and you wake up in jail? Do you know how fucking depressing, sick, sad that is? That's horrible. That is fucking horrible. That's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my fucking life. Besides breaking the bone that connects your ball and joint and your leg to your pelvis. That's the fucking worst thing I've ever experienced. That shit is fucking disgusting. Ugh. How do you stay out of jail? Read. Reading directly impacts the amount of people who get injured every year in America. Reading and learning and empowering your fucking mind with knowledge and intelligence is the best way to stay out of jail. Don't be a fucking criminal and try to learn all the fucking laws and because you know what? The only people that are in jail are people who, one, want to be in jail, two, don't know the fucking law. You can't be a law-abiding citizen if you don't know the law. And three, don't have the fucking money to pay to not go to fucking jail. Don't fucking try to be a millionaire and kill somebody and pay a fucking $1 million for Johnny Cochran fucking senior. Read, bro. Read books. They don't have to be paper books. You can buy any kind of book that you want from me because I can download those and send them to you for a very small price. But read, empower your mind with knowledge. Don't try to be a law-abiding citizen and learn how to fucking go around the laws. Don't fucking break the law. Don't go to jail. Read. Get a girl that does not even like you to smoke cigarettes or drink. Get a dude who's the same, moral, whatever. But it's DNA for sure, aka Rock Jail. My first video. Peace.